So we're going to start with the first thing that helps you with anti-aging and to help you to create a blueprint for longevity, and that is sunlight. Sunlight in the morning when you get up is powerful, and I'll explain why. Sunlight is something that we absolutely need, and our bodies need it to even absorb vitamin D in the body. And vitamin D is crucial to our health, and sunlight is the best way to get vitamin D. Now, the reason why this is important is because if we don't have enough sunlight or vitamin D, then we compromise our immune system. And the big damage that comes from having a lack of sunlight and vitamin D is that we are more prone to having high levels of symptoms from viruses. And even with us just coming out of this whole season dealing with the virus and COVID, and we still deal with the flu every single year, one of the greatest research that has been out there that is a protective mechanism against viruses is making sure to have adequate levels of vitamin D. Now, you can definitely take a supplement, and that's fine because some people live in the northern states and it's hard to get sunlight. But believe me, sunlight is still the best way to get vitamin D. And people who don't get enough vitamin D will be in a very compromising situation when it comes to viruses like the flu, for example. And I would even put vitamin D up heavy against any type of shot to try to prevent you from getting these viruses, because it is backed with much research that people who have higher levels of vitamin D are not as susceptible to the symptoms of viruses. It has been proven yearly. And as a matter of fact, people who do get the flu jab, for example, they actually compromise their immune system and have been known to have higher levels of susceptibility the next year when it comes to getting a virus. It is so weird because I know so many people who get that flu shot each year and they all get the flu. It's the weirdest thing. Some of them get it 2 and 3 times in that season. And I'm like, what good is a shot that's supposed to prevent you from getting a virus, and every time you get it every year, you keep getting the virus? Maybe there's a different way, right? Maybe there's a different route to being able to prevent yourself from getting this virus. So I don't understand it. But I think people are comfortable and reliant on it, and they're so wrapped up in the fear of getting it that they don't realize that they're doing something that compromises them and that weakens their immune system. And you'll notice that people who just have, the outlook that they're going to make sure that their levels of vitamin D is high. And when I say high, I mean normal, at a normal level. And also just making sure that they're making lifestyle choices that are wise to their overall health. They don't have as many problems. So I just want to introduce that idea that if you are taking this shot and you're still getting the flu every year, then you might want to reconsider a different way of dealing with it. And as I said, sunlight is a very, very good way to get vitamin D. And not only does it help against viruses, but it also helps with your mood. It helps against inflammatory problems like asthma or just high levels of inflammation. It also helps with cell functioning when you're getting sunlight. It helps with energy levels. It even helps with your sleep.